Hey guys, and welcome back. It's time for another World of Tanks replay. I am on the map Airfield today. I'm in my 25-2. I am platooned up with Kaflipami and Sax Player. Kaflipami is in the 25 AT and Sax Player is in the SU 122-44. All three are Tier 7 tank destroyers. So this pans out to be a pretty good match, so hope you enjoy. As you can see, I'm going to go over and be near Kaflipami and Sax Player. I was on the other side of the map here, so I'm going that way now. We're going to all sit on this little ridge over here. It gives you an excellent view of the BC line as well as like our cap and the ridge between our cap and the enemy cap. So our Jackson is also going to come up here with us, and all the heavies are going to the same general area, which is good, and everyone else is going to cover the rest of the map. So I get up here and I'm going to go in the middle at first. Well, at least I think I am. So I go and I see the awful Panther, and so I go towards this like little middle area here. So I'm not exactly, you know, right on top of Kaflipami, and I'm not on top of Sax Player, but I can't really see anything because there's rocks in the way. And of course I knock this tree over. So I decide that this may not be the best idea for me to sit over here. So I pull forward and then right back into the bush. Well, then I decide to back up, and that's when I see some enemy tanks. So I start shooting. Of course, I fire at the Firefly, and I miss. Well, Kaflipami hits him, so he's there, and so I pop him, and then he gets lit on fire and dies. So then I see the Type 59. Well, I can't see him, so I fire at the AMX. I miss him. Then I see the awful Panther. Well, I'm not going to reload before the AMX fires, so the awful Panther, I'm going to hopefully get a shot at him because he's going to pop out from behind that rock here in a minute. Well, then I see another AMX, so I fire at the walls stupidly because I forget that this wall isn't able to be penetrated by a shot. So then I see the T-37, so I fire and hit him in his lower plate and knock him out. Well, I'm not going to reload before the awful Panther pulls back from behind that rock. So that's when I tell Kaflipami on chat, hey, I hope he pulls out from behind that rock again so I can get a shot in at him, because I can do some damage. Well, he doesn't ever pull back out, so the ridge area there is pretty much taken care of. And that's when I see him again, but he's behind that wall, so there's no point in firing. So Kaflipami and I decide that we're going to go back towards our cap, since everyone that was defending the cap circle has died. So we go down here, and that's when we're going to encounter a couple of the enemy tanks, as well as the AMX is going to come down the other side of our cap circle here, down the little ridge into the village. Well, I'm going to go after him, and that's when I'm going to light up the Type 59s, because I'm hoping I'm going to get a shot in at that AMX. So I don't get a shot in at him, but so I keep going this way in hopes of getting a shot at the AMX, helping the Bulldog as well as the LTTB out. But I get up here and I'm cresting along with the ridge, and I'm going to stop because I see the LTTBs going that way. Well, that's when the LTTB lights up the Type 59s. So, of course, I'm like freaking out now. So I fire, and of course I bounce. What a surprise. So he's driving towards me, and immediately I'm freaking out now because I feel like I'm going to die. Because you see he's knocked me down to 283 hit points. So I fire and track him, and then Kaflipami takes him out, thankfully. Well, here comes the other one, and I fire, miss him, so he stops, and he's shooting at me. Luckily, hits the sand in front of me. So then I get a pretty good hit into his side. So I keep moving, you know, in hopes to throw off his aim. Well, I fire again and knock him down to 4 hit points. Flipping also gets the kill on him. So we've now taken out both Type 59s. I've done 1105 damage, I believe. So I'm going to try and get over to where the AT-7 and the T-26E4 are, but I know that I'm probably not fast enough to make it. They just took out our T-26E4. So basically, I'm going to go over and go towards the middle ridge. We're going after the Cromwell. So I'm going to drive off here down the slope in hopes that I get a better advantage at getting over there. So we're going. I'm hoping to get some last damage in, even though I'm on relatively low health. Going forward. And I go towards this way, and then that's when we light the Cromwell up. And I see where he is, and I can't see him from over here. So I turn towards that way. The LTTB is going to get down there and get a hit into him. And then Flipping takes a shot at him, gets some pretty good damage into him, and then I get the kill. So I finished with about 1200 damage. So now let's go look at the end of battle results. As you can see, I did 1211 damage and I got 431 assists. I completed the Precise Calculation Tank Destroyer mission. I had about a 58% shot accuracy, which isn't good, but then again, I kept bouncing and missing all over the place. I got my second class mastery badge, as well as an award. And then overall, I was about 7th or 8th in damage, which is not terrible, but it's also not that great. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this replay, and I hope to see you guys on the battlefield.